It's time now for the Bear Channel 18 News on this Friday evening, March 25th, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. Your evening news announce at 6:30 p.m. on this Friday evening. Top story at 6:30 p.m. is Belgian police arrested a suspect believed to be carrying explosives in a raid on Friday, days after several attackers targeted Brussels' main airport and a subway station. Ted Cruz is accusing Donald Trump and his henchmen of smearing them with a salacious tabloid story which the Texas senator called garbage and complete and utter lies. A top commander for the Islamic State was killed by U.S. commandos in a raid this week, the Pentagon said Friday, and U.S.-led coalition ratcheted up pressure on the terrorist group in an effort to blunt the ability to strike targets abroad. An Illinois prosecutor said he found clear convincing evidence that a former police officer was wrongly convicted in the 1957 murder of a 7-year-old girl, what I believed to have been the nation's oldest cold case to go on trial. London victims of attacks in Brussels airports and subway included commuters headed to work and travel setting off on long-anticipated vacations. Baghdad, Islamic State suicide bomber killed at least 24 people and gathered to watch a soccer match in a stadium south of Baghdad on Friday evening, demonstrating the deadly threat still posed by the group that is slowly being driven back. Germany's top security official has confirmed that a German woman was killed in the Brussels attacks in the Baltic country will not risk under the murderers and those who have aided them and held responsible. Sarajevo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, a little over 24 hours ago, the former leader of the breakaway Serb Republican in Bosnia, Radovan Karadzic, known as the Butcher of Bosnia, was sentenced to 40 years in prison following a 5-year trial. Seoul, South Korea, an American detained in North Korean city spot against the country and asked for forgiveness at a media presentation Friday, 9 days after U.S. Back in Washington, Islamic State fighters were on a retreat in the strategic Syrian city of Palmyra on Friday. And the United States will kill several senior leaders of the militant group this week, including the top finance officer. Denver high school student was assigned to researcher work by one of the masters that then retributed in modern times as students' artwork shown in police wearing KKK hoods sparks debate. Within hours of ditching 70 pounds of cocaine at a security checkpoint in Bolton barefoot out of Maine, Los Angeles Airport 8. Off-duty flight attendant was flying across the country after clearing the security at the same airport, law enforcement said. Brett Wayne Moss, 51, and Tracy Tanner Thursday were arrested by alleged involvement in an brothel. New CCTV footage shows a deadly encounter between the New York Police Department armed couple and a family pit bull. The New York Police Department confirmed the drama unfolded about 5:27 a.m. Taunton, the suspect, was arrested Friday afternoon in connection with the Thursday's fatal shooting of a 23-year-old Taunton man outside a Fifth Avenue apartment building. The suspect, Miguel Morel, 20, of Taunton, was arrested in Roxbury section of Boston by members of the Massachusetts State Police Violent Fugitive Apprehensive Section of Police. Boston Police said Greg Millard, a spokesman for Stoll County District Attorney Thomas Quinn. An arrest warrant for Morel was issued Thursday night after an investigation developed evidence against him in the murder of 23-year-old Gordon Weeks. Annabelle contractors working for the demolition of the former Strength Committee factory off O'Neill Boulevard have completed and raised the first of the two buildings that are now working on the larger 3-story block-long brick structure that's long dominated the landscape of the East Side neighborhood. Boston and Massachusetts man who nearly severed a bouncer's hand with a machete after he was denied entry to a Chelsea bar has been sentenced up to 12 years in prison. U.S. economic growth slowed in the fourth quarter, but not as sharply as previously estimated, with fairly strongly consumer spending offsetting a drag from efforts by business to reduce an inventory overhang. Expect a lot more drones to be buzzing overhead, as the future will likely include a lot more drones buzzing overhead, as drone sales are expected to grow from 2.5 million this year to 7 million in 2020, according to a report released this week by the federal. At $2.5 billion transmission line carrying wind power to the U.S. Southeast is coming to wherever state regulators will there like it or not. Microsoft Corporation met with possible bidders at Yahoo, corporate sites of browser communications, corporate and private equity firms that may seek backing from the software maker for a set of person familiar with the means. When the first water-drawn creature wiggled up in the land about 400 million years ago, it took the first step to the down evolutionary path that would eventually lead to a diverse range of tetrapods, animals with backbones and 4 limbs. Saturn and its moon tied to the period, and then its moon thinking about considering both the planet and its rings, and many of its moons may be about 100 million years old. Should humankind establish a presence that fronted its solar system, future rock comets and mountaineers might want to put Saturn on its list of exploration destinations. Scientists on Thursday had announced the creation of the synthetic organism stripped down to bare essential diffuse genes needed to survive and multiply feet at a microscopic level that may provide big insights to the very nature of life. Priscilla Citron Rosa, 33, decided to talk about it in February at a hospital in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and about the dangers Zika virus for pregnant women as CDC offers guidelines for delaying pregnancy after Zika exposure. It has a work weekend, so here's a look at some of the headlines of coverage from the last 5 days. All the attention to prevent the coronavirus and health alerts. The virus doesn't appear to be helping in the push ST. Second elevation, myocardial infection. It's not something that will be listed among the ingredients, but chocolate contains some lead. Manufacturers said trace amounts, and it makes away. And in the chocolate is naturally occurring element that is absorbed by the cacao plant. About 90% of participants in the study reported little to no physical activity to start with. Those exercise at least showing the greatest rate of cognitive decline during the 12-year study. In Everett, Massachusetts, at 11 Pearl Street, a working fire at BX 314. UD alarm level correction command reported fire shown from the top floor of an unknown size structure at Section D, WH Citywide. Peter Chell News time is now 6:35 p.m. at Lower Church Street. Missing person. Vermont State Police and Bedford Fire Department searching for a missing 46-year-old male. Peter Chell News time 6:35 p.m. Time out for sports report. The Wheaton Lions baseball team lose the home opener to the Suffolk Rams at Wheaton College 8-5. Celtics Bruins of a night off. Cabus game for the ref in the Dallas said he's returned to Miami Open and brings back mostly good memories, even though he's 0-4 in the finals. Daily fantasy sports companies that were in the operating Massachusetts have to drop college sports contests and ban players. Under 21 under new consumer protection and regulations finalized Friday by Attorney General Mara Healy. The Dallas Mavericks are fighting for a better playoff season in the Western Conference of the season end of the day. Dallas would be the 7th seed in matchup in the in-state round San Antonio in the first round. Metairie, Louisiana, Saints general manager Mickey Loomis says New Orleans has matched the offered a restricted free agent tight end Josh Hillison with the Chicago Bears earlier this week. Peter Chell News Times now 6:36 p.m. on this Friday evening. Time out for a Trevor report. Let's study off down in Rhode Island, where 146 on the southbound side, a little slow around Route 95 in downtown Providence. 114 on the southbound side, a little slow before the Mount Hope Bridge. Route 20 on both ends, it's slow. It's looking good from Bourne to Falmouth, 6 good from 7 to Orleans. Bourne and 7 bridges are looking good. Southeastern Massachusetts highways are looking good. 93 on the northbound side of Southeastern Expressway. So on Fredericksburg Park and Hiddenbeck again around Route 203 in Dorchester, Southeastern Expressway and the southbound side started Dorchester stretch. Mass parking on the westbound side it is slow from Newton Corner all the way after Route 495 in Westboro. We got a couple of accidents here around the Southeastern Expressway southbound side. It is backed up from the Pike all the way after 203 in Dorchester and 93 in the southbound side. So from Route 1 all the way after the Mass Pike to a couple of accidents on 93 between the Mass Pike and Boston and around Mass Ave in Dorchester. 495 on the southbound side is slow before 290 in Marlborough. Mass parking on the westbound side. It is backed up from 290 395 Auburn to I-84 in Sturbridge doing an accident on Mass parking on the westbound side in Charlton, so expect some delays. I-84 got an accident in Sturbridge, so expect some delays. I-91 on the southbound side, also around Route 291 in Springfield. 91 on the northbound side, we got an accident around Route 5 in Newington, Connecticut, so expect some delays. Down to New York City, 95 on the northbound side, we got an accident around 287 in Port Chester. New York, out of Manhattan. FDR driving on the northbound side, it did so from Upper East Side of Harlem. Lincoln Tunnel on the eastbound side, it did so. Harlem Tunnel both ends, it slow. Brooklyn Queens Expressway on the eastbound side, it did so from Park Slope all the way out to the Long Expressway due to an accident on 278 eastbound side around Long Expressway. Long Expressway on the eastbound side, it did so from Forest Hills all the way out to Queens. 678 on both ends, it did so from Belt Parkway all the way out to Forest Hills. Belt Parkway on the westbound side, it is so from Valley Stream all the way out to Belt Parkway end. Belt Parkway is slow from Brighton Beach all the way out to JFK Airport end. Belt Parkway on the west side is slow from Sheepshead Bay all the way out to 278. Long Expressway, it's slow from Forest Hills all the way out to 678. 95 on the southbound side, it is slow from Bronx River Parkway all the way to the Zachem Bridge. 95 on the northbound side, so Fort Lee all the way to George Washington Bridge. We get an accident on the Bronx River Parkway around Route 95 in Bronx, so expect some delays. I-87 on the northbound side, so from 278 all the way out to Harlem. New York State 3 is looking good from New York City all the way out to the Pennsylvania border. Pennsylvania Turnpike is looking good from Philadelphia all the way out to Pittsburgh. And Vermont, New Hampshire main highways are looking good. And 495, it just popped up 495 on the northbound side. We got an accident around Route 3 in Lowell, so expect delays on 495 on the southbound side from 133 in Hanover all the way up to Route 3A in Lowell. And 128 on the southbound side, it's slow around Route 3 in Burlington. Look at that MBTA alerts at 640. Green Line B Branch trains continue to terminate at Park Street. Hines Boston Street entrance will be open and interactive from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, March 25th, and Saturday, March 26th, and 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Sunday, March 27th. The Temple Street Head House at downtown Crossing will be temporarily closed at Saturday, March 26th, when started for service until 5 p.m. So on else, folks, for some minor delays. Commuter rail. Please board out on Framingham Worcester line trains on the inbound platforms of Wesley Farms at Framingham until 7:30 p.m. and the ferries they are looking good. Peter Chell News Time, 6:41 p.m. on this Friday evening, and it's time now for a weather report on this Friday evening Easter weekend. And take a look at the radar. It shows a line of rain showers stretching south of Balkan, southeast of Balkan, stretching in west of Martha's Vineyard, and a line of patches of rain showers south of Nantucket, and also it's raining around Nantucket, and it's also raining around Truro and stretching around Provincetown, and raining around the Plymouth and South Shore areas, and also raining from between Hartford and Willimantic. Around Eastern Wyndham, and also raining from southeastern Rhode Island all the way to New Bedford and stretching up to Plymouth, and also raining from eastern stretching to Stoughton and Sharon and stretching up 95 to Canton, and up into Boston, and also raining from Millbury all the way up to Medfield. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. For tonight, we're going to have some patchwork between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Otherwise, then class skies are gradually becoming forecast skies. About 36 degrees, north about 9 miles outside, 28 miles an hour. Saturday, both sides got about 48 degrees, northward about 8 miles an hour. Saturday night, both sides got about 33 degrees, northeast about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Sunday, parts sides got about 60 degrees, northward about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Sunday night, Chesapeake Bay after 4 p.m. 4 a.m. Punchback after 4 a.m. Otherwise, both sides got about 37 degrees, southwest about 3 to 6 miles an hour. Chesapeake to 30%. Monday, rain night main between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. Punchback before 9 a.m. Otherwise, clouds got about 54 degrees. Chesapeake to 7%. By that, Chesapeake before 9 p.m. Most skies got about 38 degrees and Chesapeake to 30%. Tuesday, most of the skies have about 49 degrees. Tuesday, most skies got about 30 degrees. Wednesday, Sunday, park skies about 52 about 40 degrees. Thursday, park skies about 64 degrees. And Thursday, Chester showers, most skies got about 52 degrees, Chesapeake to 50%. And for Friday, Chester showers, most skies got about 62 degrees, Chesapeake to 50%. Currently in Naughton, it's overcast and 57 and a humidity of 87%. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel Evening News on this Friday evening, March 25th, 2016. I'm Peter. Good night. Have a good evening. I'll see you at 11 o'clock report. Have a good evening.